Take a drive from downtown along Broad Street. You run into Lincoln Financial Field, the home of the Eagles here in South Philadelphia. Straight ahead, we've got a good one on tap. It's the Denver Broncos and the Philadelphia Eagles. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, Greg Wild. First month of the calendar in the NFL. Had some great games, some finishes that were pretty special, the usual surprises. Now, we hit October, and like you say, this is where the season really gets going.
Yeah, doesn't it just feel like on the NFL calendar, every month kind of has its own vibe, right? It's September. You're just starting to figure out how good you are. You don't even know how good your own team is, let alone the rest of the league. But once the calendar page turns to October, things start to become a little bit more clear. We know the contenders. We know the teams that have a long road ahead of them. These October games go a long way to setting the table come playoff time later in the season.
He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. So, here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
You look back at last week's film, Mike, and the reality is, if he protects the ball a little bit better, they probably win that game. So it's that very delicate balance between, yeah, we love the touchdown passes. We love the ability to push the ball downfield through the air. But it can't come at the expense of giving the ball to our opponent with extra possession. So he's got to find that balance in his mind when it's time to attack. But when it's time to just make the smart play, just take the easy ball.
Pick up a 2 on the last run. Here's 2nd and 8. Fake the give. Now it's Hurts. There's a throw right side taken by Bryant. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down.
A bit of a quick hitter here, and what you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot, but they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
3rd and 5. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. He'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Really smart play, especially considering how early it is in the game. If something's not there, don't force it. Just throw it away and play the next snap.
So on 4th down, they'll call on Braden Mann to punt. And he'll get a few yards back here on the return before being forced out of bounds. So the Broncos come out, and Greg, they are led by their QB of the future. Found their guy with the 6th quarterback selection in the 2024 draft. 2nd season now for Bo Nix.
One thing about this guy that's pretty clear, Mike, is there's not a whole lot that rattles him. He does a good job staying even-keeled. You don't know if he just threw a pick or if he just led his team to a touchdown drive. And that was kind of the case last week. He didn't let it snowball into a bunch of back-breaking mistakes. He just shook it off and kept playing. Now, can he keep that mentality as the rest of the year unfolds? And if he does, he's going to give his team a chance every single week.
That last run got 4. So here comes 2nd and 6. Off the play fake, here's Nix. That's going to be caught. It's Marvin Mims. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They get 21 on that one. 1st down, Broncos.
They do a really nice job of taking everything away initially, but you have to keep the quarterback in the pocket, especially if you're playing man coverage. You simply can't ask your coverage unit to match up and cover that long.
Now it's Dobbins. And he'll push his way ahead for a gain of 2. That is Cooper DeGene in there for the stop.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains. They're nothing fancy. But they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
Second down. Nix. That's over the middle to the tight end Ingram.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And he's going to pick up the first down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it.
First down, Denver.
So as the saying in the NFL, Mike, short throw, long catch, and that's exactly what they wanted to go with here. Operate in the quick game, don't stress the protection, and while he didn't get necessarily the big play, he does get enough to move the chains.
Now a deep ball toward the end zone. And the Eagles are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line.
Well, we're getting a little test here early, Mike, to see just how easy is this team to wrap. Didn't look like they were able to get through that opening script that they had worked on all week. So I'm going to be curious on this next drive. Do they stick to the plan? Do they pick up where they left off? Or is there a little bit of a reaction, or dare I say panic, to come out and make some adjustments in response to that early interception?
Back up to his own goal line, Hurts. This one complete to Bryant. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. On play action, Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one, Mike. He really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Surtain. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
Those simple routes over the middle, Mike. Well, to the quarterback, they're not always so simple. I'll tell you why. There's a lot of bodies in the middle of the field. There's a lot of traffic. Those windows are hard to navigate the ball through safely. So what happens? Well, you saw it there. It's a prime area for throws to be intercepted.
Three tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He's brought down at the 15-yard line. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Throwing is Nix. A short one into the hands of Troutman. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down, but they are set up with 1st and goal. There's a little pop pass heading to the right. And this is not going to work out as planned. Tough spot to try to run a play like that. It is blown up behind the line.
Loss of 2.
Tried to get a little cute here, get the ball into the hands of one of their receivers in space on a jet motion, but really nice job there by the defense. When you can set good edges and you can have good force players on the perimeter of the defense, there's really nowhere for this jet sweep to go, because with them running horizontal before the snap, Mike, it's very hard for these receivers to cut and get vertical.
Good job so far by the defense protecting the short field. Now it's 3rd and goal. Nix from the gun on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
A little miscommunication there. Now brings up 3rd down. It just doesn't appear that the quarterback and the wide receiver were on the same page on that last pass.
A 20-yard attempt.
Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will take a 3-0 lead.
You know, I think it's safe to say here, Mike, as this offense leaves the field, they wanted to stay out there and go for it. But I think in this case, the coach is playing the long game. He understands that these 3 points now can end up being very valuable as this game moves along.
So after the field goal to open up the scoring, the kicker's back out for this kickoff. Jackson now to return it. We'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. The Eagles offense ready to see what they can do with this next possession. Greg, I love the evolution of the NFL. Every 3-4 years feels like things change a little bit. Right now it feels like we're in a running back, running game era. Is that make sense to you?
Absolutely. And the league has such a funny way of continuing to reinvent itself. Years ago, 15, 20 years ago, Mike, this was a running back-led league. It was play action. Quarterbacks were under center. And then what offenses realized was the best way to score points is to generate explosive plays. Get a bunch of yardage all at one time, because it's very hard to sustain possessions in the NFL. So as a result, they said, okay, what's the best way to generate big plays? It's to throw the ball downfield. So it became a very pass-heavy league. And then now defenses had to answer. The days of the big defensive tackles, the 260-pound Mike linebackers, everyone now on the field had to be able to defend space and defend the pass. And there was a lot more air on the field created by the defenses. So now, as a result, the offenses are saying, okay, we're throwing into all these bad looks, all these teams playing dime and multiple defensive backs. We're now going to take advantage of smaller bodies on the field, and we're going to run the ball at you. So the way I like to classify it is, Mike, offenses aren't running the ball more because they want to. Offenses are running the ball more because defenses are encouraging them to do that and saying, I dare you to run the ball 40 times this game and generate enough big plays to score enough points to beat you.
To throw on 2nd down is Hurts. And he's going to be dropped after a pickup of about 5.
That's a gain of 5. Brings up 3rd.
Here's a 3rd down and 4. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's taken down on what should be the final play of this first quarter.
That's good for an Eagles. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
So a big 3rd down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Broncos with the early lead. And we're back in Philly in a moment. Eagles in possession to start the 2nd quarter, as they've got it with 1st and 10. And the big back, A.J. Dillon. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there.
These negative runs, they just make everything for the play caller that much more difficult, Mike. So they've got to find a way to be more efficient on these early downs, meaning 1st and 2nd down, because if not, you find yourself the entire game in 3rd and pass, and that's what every single defense in the league is trying to do.
He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. Jonathan Cooper. He gets in there to drop him for a big loss. And now it's 3rd and long.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. The throw is Hurts. Catch made right side by Wilson. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
And it seems like he just cut that route a little too short. He's got to get more depth on the initial stem, and that way he makes sure when he catches the ball, it's beyond the sticks.
This will be returnable from his own 15. And it'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there. Back onto the field comes the Denver offense. They'll look to build on their 3-0 lead as this drive starts with a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Nix. That's caught on the right side by Sutton. And he's got it to the 35-yard line.
And the Broncos 1st down.
Defensive coordinators preach all the time, play pass defense with vision. It's exactly the case here. They're able to rally to the ball, keep the
Footwork setting up 1st and goal.
This has been a real good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly...
And he barrels his way into the end zone. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Broncos. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
Make no mistake about it, he may get the glory, but that does not happen without unbelievable blocking up front. So let's give the big guys all the credit in the world. He's able to displace the defense right there at the point of attack, and that's about as easy a goal line touchdown as you're going to see all year.
Will Lutz now for the PAT. He's got it, and the Broncos are out to a 10-0 lead.
Eagles 0. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line. The Eagles offense ready to take over once again. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0 as they come up with 1st and 10. To throw is Hurts. That's complete to his big tight end, Dallas Goedert. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's 2nd down.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Forced out wide. He keeps it himself.
5-yard gain on the play. And an Eagles first down. First and 10.
I love this call, Mike. Second down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the first down.
Hurts going to hand this one to Shipley. And he'll get up beyond the 40 to the 41-yard line. The linebacker Jonathan Cooper on the tackle.
So this team finds themselves now in a little bit of a tricky situation here, Mike. If they don't find a way to start sustaining some of these drives and come away with points, all of a sudden you're trailing by double digits in the second half. You become very one-dimensional. You become very pass-heavy, and that's certainly not how any team in the NFL wants to play. Well, has been the case this entire first half. It's been the defense that's really carried the load for this team. Some offensive struggles, but they've done more than their part, coming through again with another big stop for a loss.
They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. Throwing is Hurts. To the right side, caught by Goddard. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the first down.
That's good.
He's in a really nice rhythm here on 3rd down. He appears very comfortable operating out of the gun, and he's able to find his man near the sideline, and he's able to extend this drive.
They'll come up here, 1st and 10. RPO, quick throw, grabbed by Wilson. He's going to be out of bounds inside the 40-yard line. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after the catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
They'll be brought down very close to the first down. They got 14 to the 15 that they needed. It's going to set up a manageable 3rd and short. They'll run with Shipley. And he's going to have an Eagles first down. They're able to convert on 3rd and short, picking up 4.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for another Eagles.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
So the Eagles will use their first timeout here, and he'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's about all.
So the offense trots out the old jumbo package. So they bring out 3 tight ends, big bodies. But the defense kind of sees it coming. They've got to change it up. You can't be so predictable. Big bodies run, small bodies pass. And I think that's a little bit of what's going on here.
To the right side, he's got Polk. They'll get maybe 3 out of that one, and it's going to set up 3rd down. Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their 2nd as the clock stops with 46 seconds remaining in the first half. Converted twice on 3rd down already on this drive. Now can they do it for a 3rd time? Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Rolling to the left. We'll try and get there on the ground. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts. They stop it here with just under 40 seconds until halftime.
It's 4th down.
On fourth down, it's Jake Elliott time for the Eagles. This one will be from 37 yards out. Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles are on the board just before halftime.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
Still a little time. Final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. This one taken at the 7. Nice job on the return. He's down close to the 35-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
Nix, now to throw it here on first down. And he just does take that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion. 2nd and 10. Now Nick's going to look to throw. Here's a ball thrown deep, right sideline. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose. And it's going to force 3rd down. They'll throw. It's Nix. There's Hart. And he will go all the way. Troy Franklin. Touchdown, Denver.
That is just a complete disaster. I mean, we're in the final seconds of the first half, Mike, and you give up a huge explosive play that results in a touchdown. No matter what you've done all half, it completely changes the game.
Lutz for the extra point. His kick is good. Broncos move out in front by the score of 17-3.
Eagles 3.
They didn't leave much time on the clock to put together a drive here at the end of the first half. And the kickoff's coming their way. This returnable from the 4. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And they're going to mark them down up past the 35. Now whistles. Timeout. 3 seconds left in this first half. So, from the 36, it is 1st and 10. Hurt snap. Working his way out back. And he's going to be out of bounds. 000 up there on the clock. We have reached the end of the first half.
All right, Mike, thanks very much. The first month of the season has come and gone. It's the first weekend of October, our first week with byes on the schedule. Lots to unpack, so let's get into it. Our spin through the NFL starts now. In Inglewood, the Rams at home to take on their NFC West rivals, the 49ers. And this is Matthew Stafford. He's going to find his man here. This, one of his 3 touchdown passes on the night. And time for one more look at the rest of the scores from around the National Football League. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been back and forth to this point. No reason to expect anything different in the second half. As we send you back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
friend, back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of this second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. A run with Dobbins. And he'll get about 5 past the 30-yard line.
He's tackled at the 32.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. On the ground, here's Dobbins. And he will not be able to get free, picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down.
Gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
To throw is Nix. Open man, left side. He's got it. And he's going to be taken down at the 30-yard line.
Well, they had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he's trying to get around the corner, but will not. Brought down. That's a loss on the play.
Well, nothing doing here, and I think you can see pretty early on. Now, while he's trying to remain patient and see if a hole pops, it's just too slow of a developing play. Just he never gets into the teeth of the defense at all and ends up being taken down for a loss.
They'll go play action with Nix. That is brought in downfield by Sutton. And he'll take this one in. Portland Sutton. Touchdown Broncos. It's his 4th touchdown on the year.
You can just see the comfort, Mike, that this offense continues to play with. The early momentum in the first half has carried here after the break, and you can see this group just slowly starting to pull away.
And I'm thinking, Greg, about the guys on the other side. You're waiting at halftime, that other offense waiting to get back on the field. What happens? They come right out, extend the lead, and now the task gets a lot tougher for this second half.
Eagles 3.
Scott, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to kickoff of this second half. So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Eagles offense trotting back out for their first involvement of this second half. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. They'll give it here to Shipley. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
And even though you're facing a big deficit, I still think this is the right decision. At some point, you do have to start forcing the ball to make something happen, but you can't be reckless. So I think this would have been more on the reckless side, and certainly a good decision, maintain possession of the ball.
On third down, it's Hurts. Throw right side, pulled in by Mitchell. And he'll be stopped short of a first down, and that will necessitate a call to the punt team. It's fourth down.
Even though they gave up that last completion, Mike, that's a really good drive there for this defense. I mean, from the beginning, on those early downs, keeping them from staying ahead of the chains, put them in a tough third down situation, and now it brings up fourth down, and looks like they're going to get off the field.
And that is good coverage by the punt team as they meet him and bring him down. The Broncos offense about ready to take over once more. They'll do so with 1st and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. And he slips through an opening. Winds up getting about 8. That is past the 40-yard line.
Brings up second down.
From the 43, here's second down and a yard. They'll stick with him again. Past midfield to the 45. And they will finally track him down inside the 40-yard line. A gain there of 21. First down, Broncos.
First down, Broncos.
From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards.
He's brought down at the 31.
From 31, here is second and 5. Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. They gain 18 yards on that one. Good for a Denver first down. They'll stay on the ground. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense, and that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Third and a yard.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Trying to pick this one up on the ground. And that play took a little long to develop. They stop him for no gain at the 4.
No gain on the play.
So instead of going for the first down, in comes the field goal unit. Bit of a surprise here. Lutz's kick is good. And the Broncos will extend their third quarter lead. Hey, Scott, thank you. 2 very different halftime speeches, I would assume, by those head coaches as we get set for half number 2. So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on 1st and 10. They put Wilson in motion. Hurts looking to throw on first down.
Brings up second and 2 at the 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second and a couple. Here's Shipley. they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A pickup of 14 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
Nice job by them getting the back to the perimeter. Then he's able to get outside, stick his foot in the ground, and then get vertical. Right down the numbers. Those are the type of runs this offense wants to see more of going forward.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. Last play got 15. This one gains 15. And another first down.
They do a really nice job of picking up the pressure, and that's what allows him to have the time to go through his entire progression. He sees his check down wide open, gets the ball into his hands, and he does the rest.
Hurts to the air on first down. That's caught over the middle. It's Wilson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this third quarter of play. Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's second down and 5. On second down, here's a run to begin the fourth quarter.
A little surprising to see them keep the ball on the ground, especially given the situation, Mike. I mean, you're trailing. You haven't had a lot of success running the ball up until this point. They need chunk plays. They need to score, and they need to score fast.
On third down, here's Hurts. That's taken in right side by Goddard. And it looks like he's going to have the first down. What great work after the catch to extend the drive.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll get this complete to Shipley. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
2 yards on the pickup.
I think the days where cornerbacks are either unwilling or unable to be involved in the run game, I think those days are over, Mike. I think when you look around the landscape of today's NFL, yes, you have to cover, but you also have to be able to come up and tackle.
That's out quickly to Mitchell. We'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 2.
3rd and 2. Here we go. This will not do the trick. They've stopped him behind the line. 4th down coming up.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense. Just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
The offense staying out there for this 4th down. They put Wilson in motion. Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down.
You find yourself down big. It's the 4th quarter. There's really no choice but to go for this at this point. But once again, this defense, they're up to the task, and they come through yet again with a huge stop.
The Broncos offense ready to see what they can do. This one appears to be safe in hand. It has been a clinical performance to this point. Now they'll try to finish up strong. Operating from their own 23, they'll begin 1st and 10. They'll give it to Dobbins. And he will not be able to turn upfield. They'll drop him behind the line. After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13. On the bootleg, it's Nix. Moving to his left. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And it'll be taken down after a gain of 9, and 3rd down coming up. They'll try to run here with Harvey. And his momentum completely... Up there. Picked up, thrown down for a loss. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. The Eagles offense getting their final instructions before heading back onto the field. Things not looking good. But see if they get the turnaround going here. They'll start this drive with first down. They put Wilson in motion. A first down throw for Hurts. A toss left side, caught by his running back. And he'll be run out of bounds. It's a good game on first down. They pick up 7 yards.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play, but put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
From the 38 now, here's second down and 2. Now a give up the middle, and he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
A gain of 4 yards. That's good for an Eagles first down. First and 10 at the
Hurts to throw. This complete to Post. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down. First and 10 at the 46-yard line.
On first and 10, it's Hurts. And that ball incomplete over the middle. We'll try again here. Second and 10. To throw is Hurts. That one caught by Pope. And a good job rallying to the football. Holding just a gain of a yard and sets up third down.
Brings up third down and 9.
Again, Hurts. He gets this complete to Mitchell. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
24 yards.
Great run after the catch in the open field. A pickup of 24.
First and 10 at the 21-yard
So,
line.
2 minutes to play here in the second half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10. Hurts again. A throw left side, taken in by Wilson. They'll get about 4 here as he is taken down.
Yards on the pickup.
It is second and 6.
At the 16-yard line.
Hurts will try it again. Throw left side, taken in by Pope. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver,
and he can't get away. Down he goes at the 16. Jonah Ellis in there to bring him down. And that's his first sack of the year.
feels like they needed that sack this entire drive. It feels like the defense was really on their heels. The offense was taking it to them really however they wanted to. So to be able to take a deep breath now, disrupt the rhythm of the drive by getting that sack, that might go a long way now to allow them to get off the field.
Here's a timeout for Philadelphia. That is their second, and they'll get together prior to this second down play. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Short throw taken in by Goddard.
It's now 3rd and goal.
They're in 4-down territory for sure, but what can they do on this one? It's 3rd and goal. Now it's Hurts. To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Damari Mathis. And the Broncos force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 10.
So much of that play comes down to the defender's positioning. Being able to get himself to a spot, to get his hands on the ball, and a chance at that pick. Mike, when that ball was thrown, me and you are sitting here saying, that's a touchdown. And instead, they force a turnover, and now their offense is back on the field.
The Broncos offense getting those helmets back on, ready to head out for their next possession. And this one really all over but the shouting. One timeout left defensively, but there's no need to use it here. take a knee. 2nd and 11. So it is a win for the visiting Broncos. They didn't quite get the shutout they were hoping for and likely deserved. This was a tremendous defensive performance. They held the other guys to just a field goal, that's all. And that defensive unit was the driving force in this victory. So that'll just about do it for Greg Olson and our entire team. I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, log on to easports.com. With that, we say so long, everyone.
Hi everyone, Scott Hansen with you, and this is the EA Sports Weekly Recap. Plenty of action to get you caught up on. We start at MetLife Stadium. The Jets at home to take on the Cowboys. And check it out, it's Breece Hall. He's going to find some open space, and folks, they're not going to catch it. The Jets win their 2nd straight, and they do it in style. From there, it's off to SoFi Stadium. We're looking on the Rams as they play host to the San Francisco 49ers. And it's the veteran Matthew Stafford. He connects on a 19-yard touchdown pass. The Rams come away with a 10-point victory, 24-14 the final score. Lastly, we go to Indianapolis. It's the Colts taking on the Raiders. And it's a man coming off a 3rd straight 1,000-yard season, 5 out of 6, A.J. Brown. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. So that'll put a bow on this one. For all the hardworking men and women here in Orlando, Scott Hansen saying goodnight. We'll see you next week right here on EA Sports.